What's good, everybody? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of the Celebrity Junk. I want to talk to you black men today listening to this podcast because many of us that are not into athletics or are in the entertainment industry, the road to the top is tough, and you make these gains minimally. And while you're making these gains minimally, the only person that really notices it is you. Okay? You notice that your life is developing, but you might not necessarily see it, as far as money and cars and things like that. And it comes to where all those minimal gains end up to a big gain. And it is at that point that you see women at the finish line waiting for you and for your services, looking to pick you. Okay? Like my boy SBK Speaks always says, women always want to pick the winners. And athletes are no different. The difference with athletes in comparison to normal guys like us is that athletes, they get, women pick them a little bit earlier on the potential that they're going to make it. So we don't really know if they're going to make it, but they're, attractive to women and things like that. But this is the same thing with the Lamelo Ball. He really made me eat my words by becoming the NBA Rookie of the Year. His development in this game at the next level has been phenomenal. He is doing an excellent job as the point guard, and all the guys who, I debated about it, I had to eat my words. But the thing is, we're still seeing the relativity that many black men in the normal life have that he has. He's at the finish line. He's successful. And the woman that is trying to choose him at this point, which was Anna Montana, just 5 years ago, the guy was like 15 or 14? Okay. She was maybe like 30, 29. All right. She couldn't have not even been there. All right. And what happens when you come into your own as a man? Women are going to do some things to gain your attention. I know we make a big deal about black women not competing, but when you have a lot and you're at that finish line, that's when the competition gets fierce. Especially some of you guys know if you're married. If you're married and you got something, you're wearing a wedding ring, here come all the additional coochie that you didn't have before. In this case, Anna Montana, what she's doing, and if you can see in this video, if we can play it in the background, if we can get it. What she's doing is she's leaving her clothes and shoes in his closet. And he has a big house, and, she wants this guy to claim her. There is evidence that they date. But what she wants to do is she wants to start to leave her stuff in the house. And that's indicative of, hey, I want to be your full-time girlfriend. You need to claim me. But also, if other women come over here, they're going to ask, why do you have a woman's clothes in your closet? And then that's going to reference back to the fact that Anna Montana is the woman in his life. Okay? I want guys to see this. This is very, very important. And here's the skinny on what I'm about to say. Guys, do not make the same mistakes I have made. Okay? And LaMelo Ball has been warned by his father that for certain chicks that don't need to be there, they shouldn't be there. It's harder than it sounds. I know that a lot of guys can have no problem. You can smash and dash on some chicks and things like that. And it's not going to go anywhere. That's fine. But it's to the point where, the chick can leave things at your house. She feels entitled to certain things. At that point, that's a little bit overboard. And he's not developed enough to understand where this is. But this is a sign of desperation. This lady is 33 years old. She knows that at her age, it's over. Okay, for the most part, what she does as an IG model, OnlyFans model. She can't deal with anybody 40, 50. They're too wise as a guy. This is why a lot of younger women, a lot of these young athletes are being targeted by these older women. The Brittany Renners of the world, the Anna Montanas. Because these guys, again, they've never dealt with this sort of sexuality. Now, there are girls who can screw your brains out your age, but the way that these older ladies can do it, no, it's going to come with a little bit more seasoning. It's going to come with a little bit more motherly affection. It's going to come with a lot more maturity. It's going to come with a lot more cooking skills. It's going to come with a lot less games. It's going to come with a lot more open with your sexuality. They're not going to be dealing with the same problems that young girls are having with them. And these younger guys actually like that. They still look good enough for a 20-year-old, but they're not dealing with the games. The BJs are going to be really nice and sloppy. Okay? The way they're going to be working that booty is going to be really nice. They have a lot of experience. All right? And they're hoping that experience can transition into full-time living-in girlfriend. But here's what I want to tell any successful black men as you go on your way. If you wasn't dealing with those kind of chicks when you were broke, don't start when you get money. I'm going to say it again until you understand. If you wasn't dealing with those kind of chicks when you were broke, don't start dealing with those chicks when you have money. Let me tell you something about me. I've lived relatively the same lifestyle. I might use myself as an example. I'm not rich at all, but I have made substantial more money in the last 2 years than I did like 3 or 4 years ago. It's been so much so I would call it a life-changing experience. I still don't own a car where I live. Okay? I still don't do extravagant things as I used to do. I can afford to do that. I can buy a Land Rover, a Range Rover, or a Porsche. I can do that. But I still live the same lifestyle. And the reason why is because I don't want people around me that shouldn't be there. The same kind of chicks I typically was dating when I didn't have, those are the same kind I will probably date now. You know? And you have to keep those things to perspective, because once you let people get into the life that you have and they shouldn't be there, that's when you get chaos. Like, look at what happened with Richard Williams, Serena Williams' father. You know, he's starting dating this lady, good for nothing, married her. She's 30 years younger than him. She don't have anything to offer. Now, when things are going on, she took out that, forged his name on the loan, foreclosed his house. Look at him now. You know, he's incapacitated. The house is going to be foreclosed on. And why? I'll tell you exactly why it's going to be foreclosed on. Because, again, you're letting a lady that's there that shouldn't be there. And a lot of black men that have money, it's not a sin to tell women, hey, listen, you're the kind of woman that don't need to be here. So you can't come here. You need to go somewhere else. Or don't even tell them at all. Just don't deal with them. But a lot of guys, when you start getting money, it's like, okay, now I deserve to, you know, those IG models that wouldn't deal with me before. Okay, I deserve to spend my money on them now. I deserve to let them come to my house right now. For what? Bro, like, they still don't need to be there. All right? Like, you've gotten to your success. You've worked hard to get to where you're at. It should be even harder for them to access you. It shouldn't get easier because you got that. It should make it more difficult. Because those kind of people, you don't need them there anyway, because they have a history of not doing shit. But no, hey, she had a nice ass. She got a nice top. You know, hey, she needs to be here with me. I need this, you know, I've worked this hard to get here. Then you lose it. Then when you lose it, don't come around. So what do you guys think? It's your boy, O'Shea Duke Jackson, back at it again with another episode of The Celebrity Junk. I really appreciate you for all that you do. Subscribe with the bell. Check out your first comment at the top. And as you know, the performance remains an all-time high. I'm out.